and welcome to this short guide to lectures. We're the Academic Skills Centre, which is part of Libraries and Learning Resources. So what is a lecture? Well, a lecture is a large, tutor-led teaching session. It might take place in person, in a really big room called a lecture theatre, or it might be something that you attend online, or it might involve watching a pre-recorded video of a teaching session. Each lecture will focus on a key topic, concept, or principle from your course or module. Attending lectures involves active listening, so you might be making notes. But it also sometimes involves interaction. So it might involve short activities, thinking about questions, or talking to those around you. So how might you prepare for a lecture? Well, first of all, you need to find out where you need to be in advance. But then you also might want to familiarise yourself with the topic. So check, are there any activities that you're supposed to do before we begin? Perhaps there's some pre-reading to be done. You might also want to make a note of any questions that you have about the topic. This can really help to sort of guide your listening when you're in the lecture, giving you things that you need to look out for. What about in the lecture itself then? Well, you might want to take a note of key points. You might also want to ask yourself questions as the lecturer is talking. What do you think about what they're saying? You might make a note of these questions and sort of answer them yourself, either then or later on. You might also want to make a note of any connections that you see. How does what you're learning about link to things that you've read or thought about in the past? These sorts of notes can be really useful when it comes to your assignments. And a top tip here is to treat recorded lectures as if they are live. It can be really tempting to listen to these really slowly and to write down everything, but it's much more efficient to treat these as if they're just a live lecture and to note down the key points. Now, it's also important to think about the time after the lecture. Reflection's really important here. So after having a little break and giving yourself a little bit of time and space, you might want to then return to your notes and perhaps try and summarise the key points. It can be useful at this stage to discuss with a course mate or somebody that you live with or somebody else that you know what you've been learning about. You might want to fill in some gaps, and these conversations might help you do that, but further reading might help here too. And you might also want to make a note of any questions to take forward to a seminar, a lecture or a tutorial. So we're the Academic Skills Centre, and we can support you in your studies with a wide range of academic skills. You might want to explore our website here. Here you can book a one-to-one for a confidential appointment with a friendly skills advisor. You can discover coming workshops, drop-ins, or explore our online resources via the Academic Skills Gateway.